Hello, Ocoee region. What time is it? It is the first Friday in July, and it's time for this wonderful segment, Hidden Gems of the Ocoee region. And I tell you, I don't really think this person's a hidden gem. You know, I think a lot of people know who she is and know about her art. But I just felt like we should probably expand her into this region a little bit more. So who am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about my good friend. You know, they all my good friends. My good friend, Kim Curran. Oh, my God. Glassworks. My God, beautiful artwork. And I've been trying to get her here, and I'm so glad she's here today on the first Friday in July.
Well, thank you so much. I need to take you with me. I just want to take you around with me. You make me feel wonderful.
We can do this together. You know we
I
can, because
know.
I love your candles, too. So
Well,
and that's all I would charge you is for candles.
I think we can make a deal. You know, I brought your favorites.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did. I brought.
Oh, my God.
I brought movie popcorn.
I love that.
Have you burned this yet?
Yes, I have.
This candle actually, when you sniff it, you can smell the butter and the
Yes,
salt.
you can.
Yes,
It makes
it's
me
fabulous.
hungry. But
Yes, it is
wonderful.
It is fabulous. This particular one that I brought is actually a pure soy. It's pure soy.
I love that.
I have no coloring in it. It's just
Yes.
it's just the soy and the scent. That's
and I
all.
love
Yes.
soy candles. And that one right there is too funny. My daughter Shauna and I were fighting over it because she actually wanted to burn it in her room. And I'm like, we're going to burn it in the kitchen.
I was going to ask who won the fight, but I think
I
you just
did.
told me.
I did. So what's the other one?
Well, this is the Red Delicious.
Yes, Lord.
And this,
that is so
you know,
good.
I take the lid off and sniff every time because they do smell so good. But it really does smell like apples. It's
Yes, it
fabulous.
Does. It does.
It is fabulous. This does, of course, have a dye in it, but while this is a soy blend, it has no petroleum product, so it does not send anything bad into the air. Yeah.
Yes.
And the third one I brought is fresh fruit.
Oh,
It's yes. I'll pass these over here if you
yes.
want to sniff.
I'm almost like an addict. These are so good.
We actually
Oh my God.
we poured those. They're hand poured at our studio in the old woolen mill. So
Yes.
we Barry and I have done every single one of these. We have over 65 different varieties, combining the pure soy and the soy blends.
Oh wow.
And well, we actually just made a new one the other night. We're calling it Tiny Bubbles.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I have to come by.
It smells like champagne. It's nice.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
I've
All
never
of
had
these.
champagne. What's that like?
In the popcorn.
Huh? You never
Nothing.
had champagne?
I'm kidding.
Oh, I was gonna. Hey, who knows?
Well, it also smells a
pass
little.
those
It
around.
smells a little like Sprite too.
Okay. Okay.
But it
Well, in my before Christ days, I liked
champagne.
and so that may be one way. Without drinking it, I can have it in my house. Just burn a candle, a champagne candle. Yes.
It's quite nice. It's very popular.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to come and get some of those. And with your loving heart, and I would just want to say this on the air, when I was in Kim's place in the Olin Mill and walked in the candle portion of her, I call it an art studio because that thing is beautiful. It's
Oh,
not
thank
a
you.
store. It's just beautiful. And we're jumping all over the place. We haven't even gotten to how I normally flow, but that's okay. So she also, as I was buying some of these candles for our house, she donated some candles to the Caring Place. And we are so glad you did because it's an old building, you know, and sometimes.
I'm in an old building too.
Yeah,
I
so you understand. And and the bathrooms are really funky, strategically located in where the smells float into the public areas. Let me say it that way. And so these candles are really helping, helping us to control our environment and keep it smelling good.
Well, I'm glad. I'm
Yeah.
glad. I will offer a public service announcement
Okay, go
for
ahead.
anybody who burns any type of candle. And I try to tell this to everybody who comes in. When you first light a candle,
Yes.
you need to let the burn pool establish. That means the entire top of the candle needs to be liquefied before you blow it out the first time.
Yes.
If you've ever burned a candle and had it go straight down, and then the next time you burn it, it just continues to go down and wax remains on the sides, that's because you didn't establish your burn pool the first time.
I love
So
that.
that's something everybody needs to know, no matter where you get your candles.
That's right.
My
And
public service announcement.
I know, and she told me that, and no one had ever told me that. And I can tell you, when I was burning this one, the first time I lit this one first, and we let it. Shauna was like, "Yeah," and I said, "We got all of that's got to be liquefied before we blow it out," because Kim taught me how to do that. And it is. It's burning. Oh my! It's still. I mean, it's wonderful. So I'm glad you shared that with everybody.
Well, that one should last over 40 hours. The large one will last over 100
Yeah.
if you
I
do it right the
got
first time.
This one that's upstairs, and we got this one also downstairs. So we alternate between the popcorn and the apples downstairs in the kitchen.
I want to come to your house.
Oh, I've got to think about candles. They are wonderful. I used to say it just set up an ambiance and it's romantic and all of that. And now I say it just creates an environment of the holies of holies. Love that.
I agree.
So, yeah. So, Kim, before we get into all the things that you bought here to show us today, I want to talk about you. And I want to talk about Barry. And I want the Ocoee region to get to know Kim beyond Glassworks. So I'm going to open up, and I'm going to open up with an open-ended question.
Oh, my.
Kim, just tell me about who you are.
Who I am? Well, wow. Well, I am married to Barry.
Yes.
We have one child, Grant, who just graduated from UT.
Yay.
Yay! I'm originally from Crossville,
Okay.
which is between Knoxville and Nashville in Tennessee.
Been there.
Have you? Yep,
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Oh, my God.
It is beautiful there.
Yes.
We landed in Cleveland for a brief while,
Okay.
almost 30 years ago, and fell in love with it, and we remained here.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, how did you get in? What was the drive behind the artist in you?
I blame it on my mother.
Good one.
All of my life, my mother said to me, "Don't buy me something for Christmas, birthday, Mother's Day. Make me something." So a few years ago, I took her up on it, and I etched things. I bought the etching cream and etched things for everybody.
Okay.
And in the department in the craft store where you buy the etching materials, I found one of the scoring tools that you score bottles down to make glasses. And I did a few of those, and you get one right out of every 50 or 60.
Wow.
So yeah, but I did it.
Okay.
And I was hand sanding each one, and Barry said one day, "Why don't you get a little kiln and see if you can't soften the edges that way instead of having to put so much work into it?" So you can get a kiln this size. And if you're going to get this one, you might as well get this one.
Yes.
You've seen my kiln.
Yes.
Yes.
I love how you think.
Yes. So I got the kiln. It was a couple of years before I ever did a glass.
Wow.
I got into all the other things I could do. I discovered all these other things I could do with the kiln. And that's how we got here. That's how we got where we are now. We actually had a space on Cleveland State campus. It was, well, part of the innovation center. It was in the innovation center, part of the business incubator. And I had no intention of having a showroom. I was just going to make it and do shows, go to shows and sell online. And people kept saying, well, but we want to see. So I put together a little makeshift showroom, and I kind of outgrew it, and we started looking for a place downtown because we knew we wanted to be downtown. We love downtown. And one thing led to another, and we're at the old woolen mill. And we have a beautiful space. We love the old woolen mill.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't wait until all the plans for old woolen mill come to pass.
Well, I will give you a little sneak peek here. A date has been set for the coffee shop to open next door to us.
Wow.
I can't give many details, but the tentative date is the 20th.
Okay.
So can we have a coffee date on the 20th?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Let's do that. Have a coffee date, and that's going to really draw more people, which will give your store, your art place, more traffic. And you and Barry are so into the arts, because every time I end up somewhere where there's art involved, I run into you guys.
Well, next door to us, we also have the Cleveland Workspace, which is part of the Chattanooga Workspace.
Right.
They rent out studio spaces to artists.
Yes.
Once a month, they have a show, an open studio night, and other artists are invited to bring their work in and hang it on the walls of the gallery.
Yes.
And then the public comes in. There's music. There are refreshments, live music.
Yes.
And the art hangs for a month, and then the next month there's a different theme, and so new art comes in. The public's invited again, and it's also open. Every day, basically every day, but they can always call us and we'll let them in if somebody wants to go in. Okay. But it's just a beautiful space. It's a beautiful thing, just something that Cleveland needed and now Cleveland has.
Well, I know, the reason I know a lot about this is that when my daughter came here, she's an artist, and she's pretty edgy though.
I love her work. She's the first person the first artist who has ever invited me to touch, feel the piece, her art.
It's all about the textures for her, and so she will invite you to do that. And I sometimes I look at her and I say, that could really mess up a piece, and she says, "But Mommy, I want people to fully experience my artwork." So I'm like, okay. And but we did Chattanooga for a while, and she was in that workspace down there. Miss Kathy Lennon is awesome.
Yes.
And it just got to a point, running back and forth. And so we sort of got in on and heard that they were going to help Cleveland set up one here. And I'm glad. She has yet to decide. I told her she's got to sell more art before she actually gets a studio. But last month was her first time, an opportunity. It was, you all's theme was something dangerous.
Art is dangerous.
Yes.
And that was an interesting show.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Very interesting show. I'd love for you to come and look around before they take those pieces down.
Okay. But, and I was out of town, unfortunately, and she showed some of her art. And but I was out of town, unfortunately, that weekend. But I think she's gonna do play this up and coming. So she's not in the studio, but she's been invited to come and show her art. So we're really excited.
I'm excited.
And glad about
she's
that.
going to put a couple of pieces with me at the market next week. She's going to bring some of her pieces.
I know, and I thank you for being a friend and being a friend to her.
Well, she is precious. I just love her. I look forward to spending time with her.
Yeah. So, okay, let's talk about some of the pieces that you have at Glassworks. So, you can, start wherever you want to start and pick up, let's start, you know me, let's start with some of these necklaces.
Okay. Well, we'll start with some of the more unusual ones. I try to do, well, I couldn't do two pieces alike if I wanted to, so everything's one of a kind, basically.
I love that.
This is actually one of my Mouse Creek pendants. And they're called Mouse Creek pendants because these were pieces of glass that littered Mouse Creek.
Yes.
I have to give credit where credit is due. This was my son's idea.
Wow.
He's a runner, and he came back from a run one day talking about all the glass he saw in the creek. And I had already started doing this, and he said, "Mom, this is a great idea. Why don't you make these into pendants?" So these are actually statement pieces. I mean, this is about our environment. This is, you know, this says something. This obviously was a Coke bottle. I don't keep many of these, but this is the bottom of a Coke bottle. These go pretty fast. But we get them. We actually, some of the classes at the high schools, environmental study type of classes, go out and clean the creek on occasion. Jeannie Cuervo's class, she brings me glass that they've collected, and this is a good lesson for the kids too. But they bring me the glass, we clean it up, we put it in the kiln to soften the edges, and I give half of my profits to the local Keep America Beautiful. So that
is so awesome. Say that again. You give half of your profits
to Keep America Beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
I
love
actually
that.
owe her a check right now. We've got to get together. Well, with people's schedules, it's just hard to get it all together. But I love this one.
Oh yeah.
I just love this one.
And that's the top of a bottle, right? Oh yeah. Oh my God. But I love that one right there.
This one.
You know me. I gotta try it on. This is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
They, well, naturally are all one of a kind, you know.
Yes.
But they come in, and they're all rounded when they come in, and they have jagged edges. But it's just a statement piece. It says something when you have this on. These can also be used for keychains. Some of the smaller ones, I don't guess a guy would want to put something that big in their pocket. But they come in all shapes, sizes, as you can imagine, in different colors.
Yeah, these are statement pieces. I'm a girl who loves statement pieces in all kinds of jewelry.
Well, I do too. And some of my pieces end up being a little bigger than some people want to wear. But
Well, you got Tony Miles in town, so I'll have to do something with it. Oh, look at that! Isn't that pretty? Let me move that mic. Oh, look at that. Yes,
and they're
ma'am.
conversation pieces.
Yes,
people
they
are always going to ask you about that, and then you can get a conversation started about the environment.
Oh, I love it. And this is a Mouse Creek piece.
That is
also.
a Mouse Creek. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I'll say this. I also do those in some of the larger ones. I'll make into paperweights, and also night lights. I've done a few night lights, so we can turn those into a little bit of everything.
I love that, especially I love night lights. So we have to talk.
This is metal. Everything I do is glass. I don't use. There are little bits of paper you can use to. If you see something very perfect in a piece of fused glass, often it will be a fusible paper that's put inside. I don't do that. This is brass and copper inside the glass, and I used just little cricket things, just to stamp. I did the butterfly, the inside and the outside of the butterfly in copper and brass.
That is beautiful.
So that's what that is. I have several pieces like that, but that's just a different look. And this is another. I just cut 2 pieces. It's just.
That's a beautiful statement piece.
It is. I really like it. I do custom work. So if somebody has a particular combination of colors they want, and something like that. I like the free form, so that's what that is.
That is beautiful.
All of these pieces have been fired to about 1,500 degrees.
Okay.
So they actually liquefy while they're in the kiln.
Oh, wow.
This piece was
That's
actually put in a mold.
Okay.
So this is a molded piece.
Is that the peace sign? Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes. And I had to do that in a variety of colors too. This is just several tiny little bits of glass, different colors of purple, that I put into the mold.
I tell you,
And
the
then
heart
another
of
molded.
Tennessee.
There you go. Well, notice I brought a couple of different things that are going to mine.
I know. Oh my God.
These are unique. These are coasters, of course, and they're also tic-tac-toe boards. So with these, I will also send you away with some little pebbles, little orange and white pebbles, so that you can play tic-tac-toe. Now you can also use any felt tip marker. So yeah, it will wipe right off, even a Sharpie you can use
Okay.
on these. So you can play tic-tac-toe. So if you need to liven up your party, if the game's not going your way, you can have 4 games of tic-tac-toe going.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, I'll tell you what, before we get to the other items, let's go to commercial and we'll come right back. And we have some more unique items to show the Ocoee region. I'm telling you, Kim Curran, the artist, Glassworks. I've been in her shop. It is beautiful. There are so many pieces that you just don't know. And so I want to give you a variety and show you all the different stuffs. So we're going to take a commercial break and we'll be right back. What does the face of need look like? In so many ways, it looks like you and me. The Care and Place mission is to model the love of Christ by addressing basic spiritual, physical, and social needs of people in Bradley County, Tennessee. And the most important gift we distribute is love. Won't you help us to help our neighbors? Pray, give, volunteer.
After I was injured due to the negligence of a careless driver, it mattered to me that I receive the compensation that I was entitled to. When it matters to me, I choose Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, when it matters.
The Cleveland Housing Authority.
My passion is outdoors, but my knees reached a point where I just couldn't enjoy it as well. So I had knee replacement surgery at Tenova. My experience was excellent. My new knees are great. They work well, I have no pain, and I'm able to do all the things that I enjoy.
If joint pain is affecting your life, find out how Tenova can help. Come to a free joint pain seminar. Register today at tenovaortho.com.
My name is Bill Kyle, owner of Kyle Motors.
Hey, I'm Tony Sizzle, manager of Kyle Motors.
Our location is 802 20th Street Southeast, next door to Blythe Bower School.
Hey, cars, trucks, SUVs, whatever you need, we'll get it. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Come by and tell us what you need. Hey, we not only sell cars for credit, we sell cars for cash. Hey, come by and take a look at it. Hey, this is the home of the $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 car. I guarantee you'll find something you like.
My name is Bill Kyle. We look forward to doing business with you.
This is Steve Ray, and this is my place, the Midnight Oil Service at Michelin Tire Direct in Ottawa. What do? Let me tell you. We sell tires, we service cars, we have gasoline, even gasoline without ethanol. And around here, I am the Michelin Man. Remember that local service station in your neighborhood when you were a kid? That's us. We've been here 35 years. We put the service back in the gas station. Steve Ray's Midnight Oil Service at Michelin Tire Direct in the heart of Ottawa. This is Steve Ray, and this is my place, the Midnight.
We're back, and I'm so glad to be back with Kim Curran of Glassworks. We've been talking about her beautiful art pieces that she has in her shop, and so I want to continue that and show you all the different things so that you have a good idea of, what you can purchase there in her shop. And when you are trying to decorate your home or anything, I'm telling you, you have to go by your place. Before you settle on, you know how you look for little knickknacks to sit around and all of that. But you could really, what I love about what you do is that I can sit down with you and tell you, design something specifically for my space. And the color schemes, and so that's what I also love about your work and what you do. So Kim, why don't you show us a couple more pieces that you have there?
Well, let's go to Christmas.
Yes,
Actually,
'cause we're
winter.
gonna have Christmas in July.
We'll do winter time.
Yes.
This is the other
beautiful.
pieces we've looked at have actually just been in the kiln one time. This has actually been in the kiln twice.
Okay.
A little glass lesson. Glass wants to be 1/4 of an inch thick, so I use 1/8" glass. This is a piece of clear and a piece of red.
Really?
That was fused, and it came out just as a solid piece of red.
Okay.
Then we cut out the other pieces for the snowman.
Yes.
Cleaned them. That's what I do most is clean. Cleaned them, put it back in the kiln, and I did a tack fuse.
Okay.
And with that, it just tacks it on top. It doesn't actually fuse it all to be one
together.
piece.
Yeah.
So it gives it a 3D effect. You can see the little 3D
Yes,
snowman.
it does.
But anyway, again, no two are ever going to be exactly alike
Right.
because I couldn't do it if I tried.
Right.
But that's just, he's a whimsical little thing, which is
I love
kind of
that.
what my work is whimsical.
Yes.
It's more fun.
Yes, it
It
is.
is, I won't say I'm not a serious person, but I think I have a more whimsical personality, and it comes out. It comes out in this. You can tell by the things I do. But and in this piece, this is just
it's
a
beautiful.
fun little candy dish, or just something to sit around. It's just a cute little thing.
Yes.
Just kind of spring colors.
Well, I come from a family that when you go into their houses, and my grandmother, there was always some type, especially in the blue room. And the blue room was the living room that no one sat in.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, yes. Of
And her
course.
color scheme was blue, okay? And there were all these knickknacks sitting around, and that's what she called them, knickknacks. But we all hated it because we had to clean and dust those things, okay? And God forbid when we did deep cleaning in the house, they had to be washed. And so you did not dare drop one or break one. And so coming from that, I laugh. You know, the older I get, the more stuff I love knickknacks.
I understand. I understand. I was awarded the privilege of cleaning my great aunt's salt and pepper shaker collection.
Yes.
There were several, and it was whitewashing the fence, if you know what I mean.
Ooh, yes.
I got to do it. I was allowed to do it.
Yes. Yes.
So
yes.
I understand. But I too love the knickknacks. And I guess I like to decorate for holidays.
Mm-hmm.
I like to decorate my home for holidays. So that a lot of that comes out in this too.
Okay.
You'll find Easter things, and I don't decorate. I don't decorate for the 4th of July really that much because it lasts. It's just one day, and it's over. But I do. In the shop you'll find so many snowmen and Christmas things and fall themed things.
I love that.
I really love that.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So why don't you go ahead?
Well, I was gonna say
I was
before
gonna
you
hope y'all
drop
jumped
Christmas, I was
in.
gonna throw this picture up here. You
Oh, I love that. That's an example of
They aren't alike.
they're on alike. There it is.
The with that one, the little eyes, if you'll come by the studio and come into my actual office, I have a grid, and that's where I actually cut the glass. And as you cut glass, little pieces just pop off here and there. And so I take tweezers and go in to get the little pieces that make those eyes, these eyes, the mouth,
Wow.
this nose. They're from little pieces that.
Yeah.
So I use everything. I recycle everything.
Oh, I love this. I do. And I also, Joshua, if you've got the picture of do you have the picture of the glasses?
This one?
Oh, yeah. When I got those from Barry the other day, I went, I didn't let's see those. Those are wonderful.
Well, that we were talking earlier about
Yeah.
the tool that to use to cut those down. Those were a couple of the first ones I ever did. And I etched the top of them. I think that kind of adds a little bit to the
I
top.
love the
but-
etching on those. Yeah. So, so that's what I'm talking about. Before you go out and, go into stores and buy some of this stuff, but how about custom something to your house, to your motif, to your taste? And you can just come in and talk to you, and voila, there you go.
Well, that's kind of where it started. Well, these pieces are where it started.
Okay,
The- This is actually this was a bottle, and you have to use shelf paper again, or use kiln wash in the
Okay.
kiln. But it's not as easy as just plopping it down in there. But this was put just on a flat shelf and just laid flat, and this is what happens when things go right.
I love
Sometimes they
that.
roll.
I love that.
I love this. When I started doing these, my thought was, a cheese tray or
Yes.
a bread tray, that
Yes.
type of thing. But people come in and tell me just the things they do with them. But their the imaginations are amazing. This one, if I can reach it.
Can you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, I love that one too.
Now this one I've done with like vegetables and a dip, or chips and dip.
Yes.
But I had a woman come in, and now I've had several come in and tell me this. They use this for their husbands to put their wallet and keys and change. Just, if you empty your pockets and things just go all over the dresser or wherever, well, this keeps everything nice and tidy. And we can do them in a variety of different kinds of bottles. But anyway,
love
the
that.
blue is a very popular color.
Yes, I love that.
But that's, that has many, many different uses.
And see, I see that. I see that idea. I even see that in an entry hall where, to me, that's where I tend to throw things. So as I come in, boom, as I go out, I pick it up. So that keeps it very neat and organized in an entry hallway. Yeah, love that.
And then I saw this as a spoon rest.
Yeah.
I do these in a variety of colors too. I also have a friend who puts her packets of Sweet and Low and sugars and things next to her coffee and tea.
Okay.
So that's another use for that one. I should have brought a business
Did
card
I,
holder.
one time in your gallery there, did I see one that you did that still had a label on it?
And I didn't bring one, did I?
Yeah, I just didn't know how difficult that was.
Well, if the label is painted on, then I can do that. We don't take the label off and put it back on.
Okay.
It's a label that's painted on.
Okay.
Most of the time it'll stay. Red disappears. So
Okay.
if it's just strictly red, or if there's red, like if it's an orange,
Yep.
the red part of that will disappear. I don't know the science behind that, but I'm sure there is some. But I do those, a variety of different bottles. I have Coke bottles.
Yes.
Coke bottles. The older Coke bottles are gorgeous. I don't have one. I would have brought one, but they don't stick around very long.
Okay.
People really love those. But I do those into, the spoon rests. I also do those in business card holders.
Wow.
So those are kind of a neat look, too. That's something different. And this one was put on a mold.
Yes, let's talk about that one.
Yeah, well, so I saw this mold with the Chinese characters, and I was just excited. I bought the mold, and I started making bottles, and I'd sold a couple of them, and it dawned on me that I had no clue what this said. What am I sending out into the world?
Yes.
So I found someone who could read Mandarin, and I was told that this says there's beauty in everything. Sometimes we have to look for it.
And I love that.
I love that. I love that. So I was happy that that's what I was sending out into the world. Although I did also learn that one of these by itself might not necessarily say something beautiful.
Okay,
So
I hear what you're saying.
yes, it takes.
So it has
yeah.
to be put
Yeah,
together.
it's all together.
Yes.
But I thought that was nice. I have another mold that says Bon Appetit, which
Oh,
is kind
okay.
of a neat little thing.
Yeah.
But just a variety. So, people come down and if they don't know what they want, sometimes they'll just look at the molds and tell me what they would like, what color bottle they would like on what mold.
Well, I know I'm coming back. I'm getting ready to buy the Win chimes that I saw in there that I love.
I do. What you're talking about is the wind chimes made out of this size bottle.
Yes, yes, yes. And they are beautiful. You had I think it was a set of blue ones. And so yeah, definitely have to come back and get that.
They make a very pretty little sound.
Yeah, oh, they do. Yeah, I was hearing them sort of clink. And so like I said, there's just, I mean, it's endless. The Glassworks, your shop, is just endless, and it's as anything that you can think of, you possibly can make happen, right?
Well, I wouldn't say anything.
Well, almost
I try. It really is a lot of fun. I say this, it's like Christmas morning when I open the kiln. You know, you know what you expect, maybe.
Yes.
But you never know exactly what happened.
Right.
So, and sometimes it's better than what I expected. Recently, I think this is the first time I've had something come out. It didn't come out like I expected, and I don't have a solution to the problem. So maybe you can come down and give me some advice.
We might do that. We just might do that. There are some more pieces that you bought pictures of. We have one up here on the screen. So tell us about that.
Well, that one has a little story. I have friends who got married, and one is a UT fan and one's an Alabama fan. Okay? So a mutual friend came to me and asked if I would make this plate as a wedding gift. And I don't want to say the female's the dominant personality, the female who was the UT fan, but you can just take away what you want here.
Yes.
But, so we put this together for them, and we're keeping a little bit of Alabama there, and and we have a happy couple.
I was going to say, it looks like the Alabama got the short end of that plate.
Well, they had seen this. I had this plate. Well, I had a plate made that was sans Alabama, and they just saw that and thought that would be a cute little idea. And I think everybody was happy.
Yeah, that is awesome. And tell us about the candle holders, because I saw these in your store too, so that's on my list too.
Well, these, I was just playing to see what would happen, and the different things came out, and I think it looks like coral. I think these would be beautiful in an aquarium.
Yeah.
I think would that not be pretty?
Yes. Yes.
So that's what you have there, but used as candle holders or just in a collection like that. You know, we were talking about knickknacks.
Yes. You got one more? Now, this has a story, and this is connected to the Cleveland Workspace, their art night. It was last month's theme. So why don't you tell us that story?
Well, the theme last month at the Cleveland Workspace, and I will again say the Open Studio Night happens the second Friday of each month, starting at 5:30. The theme last month was Art is Dangerous. And again, my art is whimsical. I wear bacon and eggs around my neck.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm into whimsy. So not a lot of my pieces would really fit with Art is Dangerous.
Okay.
So I decided to make fire. And even the name's a little whimsical. This is Goodness Gracious, Great Bowls of Fire.
I love it.
But that, and I'll share this again, I never cut myself while creating something. I cut myself while cleaning because it's boring and I'm cleaning the glass and I don't pay attention. But with this, I cut myself several times just while cutting the glass. Art is dangerous.
Yes.
But that is, it's a bowl. That's, you asked earlier, somebody asked if I make bowls. That's the kind of bowls I make.
Yeah.
They're free form.
Yes.
That is a piece of clear glass with hundreds of tiny pieces of glass strips that I cut and placed. It came out flat, and I then turned it over, chose the side I wanted to be on the outside, put it on a form, and it actually fell over the form. Instead of putting into a mold for it to fall into, this actually fell over the mold. So that's how I put that one in a couple of times. I didn't like the way it came out the first time, but that's how that was formed.
Wow.
And that's one of my favorite things I've ever done, I think.
I really love that piece. I really do. I tell you.
I was quite happy with it.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. Now, I want to make sure that everybody understands that basically we have been talking about two companies, right? Come on.
Basically,
Yeah.
they have two entrances.
Yeah, they do. They do. Because the candle here, I'm trying to get it in that camera. There we go. Getting it there. This one is Church Street. The candle, where you're making candles, is Church Street Candle Company. Mm-hmm. So, and it does have its own entrance
It does.
as well.
And I'll add this too.
Yeah.
We can custom make candles for
Oh, really?
personally, for your personal use, or for businesses. We can make a label. We can make we made a barbecue scented candle for G Daddies.
I love that.
Yes, we had a bacon scented one, and they liked the bacon scented, and so they asked if we could do barbecue. So we did the barbecue scented candles, and we made the G Daddies label for them. So
Well, so here's a question for me, but I don't know what a heart smells like.
what a heart smells like.
You can
Think
come up
about
with
that.
a new fragrance.
Yeah.
I know, that's what
Name
I'm
it.
saying. And I, because you know, the symbol at the carrying place is the heart.
Mine probably smells like bacon.
We
Not so much as bacon.
we
so-
did heart-shaped. We have heart-shaped containers,
Uh-huh.
and we did a variety of different scents for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So
You're giving me
there's-
some
yeah.
ideas here. Yeah. Especially as we thank our volunteers. We love to give them something unique around the holiday. So I'll
I
be
would say
talking
it
to
needs
you.
a little cinnamon in it. A little bit of cinnamon.
Yeah, you know, that sounds good
So-
too. So we're thinking up here, you know. But I just wanted people to know that this is Church Street Candle Company, and it's also located in the Old Woolen Mill. And then there is Glassworks. They're right next to each other. And even if you go into Glassworks, you can flow into Church Street Candle Company.
you don't have to go back out in the rain.
No, you don't have to go back out in the rain.
Yeah, this is the rainy season now. It's our new weather pattern.
Well, it's like two shops in one. And so you really can, if you're like me, you can just go in and you can just have fun, because it is whimsical. And it's, you know, you just want to go in there and play.
Well, and people are welcome to. You know, I do parties.
Oh, I didn't know
Yes,
that.
I do parties. You can come and bring. Well, you can come one-on-one if you want.
Right.
But you can bring your friends, your family, your Sunday school class, whatever, and come in. And we start out. You can make a pendant or a nightlight.
Okay.
And you can cut as much or as little as you want. You know, if you
Okay.
want, I'll already have some pieces cut if you want to
Right.
use what's already cut. But you design your own piece. I've had people, as you know, I did a 6-year-old's birthday party.
Okay.
And with that, I call them no sharp edges parties. So everything has already been fired, and they're just little pieces, and they just arrange them and put them
Yes.
together.
Yes.
And then I did a group of 12. That's the largest. The next time I do a group of 12, I'll have somebody helping me. But you set the mood. You bring your own refreshments.
Okay.
You
This is
you
a
just-
great idea.
It's been really fun. I had a friend who bought a party of 4 for her mother for Christmas. And so her mom came and brought 3 friends, and they made night lights and just had a
love
fun
that.
time.
And especially if, like, you got friends like my daughter who's an artist. I mean, I'm always trying, her birthday's coming up, and always trying to figure out what to do. Because, I mean, she's in that mode all the time. She is happy with a T-shirt on and leggings and a paintbrush. Okay? You hear
I
me?
understand. I understand.
You know? So
I have to get dressed to go to the studio, but I would be very happy to be sitting cutting glass in my pajamas.
And so, you know, I'm thinking this is her 35th birthday coming up. So trying to think of something special. So might have to talk to you about that.
She wears it well.
Oh, yeah, she does. She does. She does. She doesn't look like she's 35, but yeah, she's probably gonna be mad that I'm even on TV talking about her,
She
and
probably
then
is.
telling her age on top of all of that. So, but before we go here, I just want you to look into this camera over here and tell people where you're located, how to get in touch with you, and just speak your heart.
Well, first of all, I want to thank Tony for having me on. This was wonderful. I've had such a good time.
Me too.
We'll have to get together soon.
Yes.
Glassworks, Church Street Candle Company. We're in the old woolen mill on Church Street. It's the corner of Church and 3rd, and you should enter from the 3rd Street entrance. We are next door to Cleveland Workspace. We're beneath Cleveland City Ballet. Yes.
And that's fun too.
That's fun too. That's a different story.
Yes,
no,
it
it is. It's lively. It is. It's
Yes.
wonderful.
Yes.
And our little tidbit about next door. Hopefully by the end of the month we will have a coffee shop. It will be called Old Mill Coffee Company.
I love
I think
that.
that's probably the first time this has been said. So
Oh,
I hope they
got
don't.
a scoop, y'all.
Breaking news.
We got a scoop. Breaking news.
I hope they don't mind. Well, the sign's already up.
Yeah,
so
it is already up. I can
yes.
see it.
But our summer hours are 11 to 4:30, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But we're there every day. Always feel free to call 413-8715, and chances are we're 10 minutes away. So we're accessible when you need us.
Yes.
But and our hours will increase as we get
More traffic.
and closer to the holidays.
to the
Yeah,
holidays,
it's summertime and it's kind of slow.
Yeah.
And I'll also mention the farmers market that is
Yes,
at the
go
old
ahead.
woolen mill on Thursdays,
Thursdays?
from 3 until 6.
Yes.
Beautiful produce.
Yes.
Beautiful. There are arts and crafts there too. Yesterday we had beautiful fresh cut flowers. So it's just a little bit of
I
everything.
should have came by yesterday.
Yes.
I love fresh cut
It apparently is going to rain every Thursday this summer, but that's okay. That's okay. The farmers still come. A couple of weeks ago, we just had 2 farmers, and they both sold out.
Oh,
The
wow.
people still come. The
Okay.
people are coming.
Okay.
But it's just a wonderful thing. It's up under the trees.
Yes, it
And
is.
people come to the mill every day and take pictures. It's just a wonderful place. The atmosphere is just, I can't even, it's hard to describe. It's a happy place.
It is a happy place because when I first moved here about 4 years ago, I was in an apartment on Inman Street and downtown. And so I was just walking around, and the first place I fell in love with was the old woolen mill. And I thought, that building, everything, and I said, oh my God, this could be such a beautiful center point for this downtown city. And then my daughter came, and it was the first place that I showed her. And she, as an artist, and she likes to take pictures and everything. I mean, we have so many pictures of woolen mill that she's had, that she took and all that great stuff. So I love that area, and I'm excited with what's coming. And
Things are happening.
things are happening, and we need to tell the Ocoee region out here, the historic downtown Cleveland is on the move.
Absolutely.
It really
Absolutely.
is.
It's very exciting.
Yes, it is. And so tonight I'll see you at the back alley.
The back alley
events.
gallery, yes.
Gallery tonight.
And the event is first Friday.
And first Friday,
Friday
around-
music.
music
Yeah.
on the square, and I think that starts about 6:30 or 6. Because back alley's at 5. Here we are up here
Trying to figure out what time it is.
5:30. Because
Okay.
Shauna's going to be there for the back alley gallery, and she's going to sell some of her chart. Well, she's going to sell some of her art
She is
tonight.
going to sell
She's
some art
going to
tonight.
sell some art tonight.
And then
And,
it's Monday Night Social, right? They're the band that's
yeah,
playing.
that's the band that's going to be there.
There'll be food and just it.
Yes.
We went the last time and it was just
We
a
were
very
all there.
festive. We were a very festive atmosphere. Very nice.
Yeah, it was really
Something else
nice.
wonderful for Cleveland.
It is. And, and I love the fact that they really just want to be a drawing card for creative people, artists, and, there's room for unique artists like yourself and my daughter, Luciana, who's a little edgy. And so I'm just loving it. I'm loving what's going on here. And I'm wanted to also profile, because I know you and Barry are also behind a lot of this that goes on here.
Well,
So,
we love Cleveland. We moved here, we fell in love with it, and chose to stay here and raise our child. So that says a lot, I
Yes,
guess.
yes.
I guess. And bringing as much art as possible to Cleveland is well, that's so important.
Yes,
It's so
it is.
important. It's important to keep people here.
yes, it is.
It's not to just draw new people, but to keep people here who are interested in these things.
Yeah.
But we are happy to have the Cleveland Workspace and
Yes.
all that it brings, and happy to have you.
Well, you know what? I wanted to say this. One of the things that's in my heart, and I truly believe in part of my giving back, is that I love people with an entrepreneur heart. And I've always said that one way that you can really support a community is support the small businesses. And so when I think about you and others here in the city, that's what this is all about, uncovering those things that are beautiful gems, great people doing great things for the community, but also gaining some support for them and what they do. And so I really want to encourage everybody here in the Ocoee region that to support Glassworks, to support the Church Street Candle Company, and again, support you and Barry, because you all are great contributors to this
Well,
community.
thank you. Thank you.
And I thank you for coming today. And I thank God for reconnecting us. And we reconnected at a First Friday event, the back
We
alley
did.
gallery opening. We reconnected
we
that
did.
night. And so,
I just came across a picture of us the first time we met at the chamber event.
chamber
Mhm.
event. Yeah.
Our booths were next to
Yes,
each other.
next to
Yes,
each other.
yes.
So, like I said, we have to support our community, but we also have to support the businesses that are here. So, thank you, Kim. And guess what? You're not getting rid of me now. We're connected for sure. This is
I like that.
And I want to thank you, Ocoee Region, for joining us today for a segment of the Hidden Gem. And before I go, they just put up something very near and dear to my heart. Is the Christmas in July community food drive for the Caring Place. We are in need, I will say it that way, of donations of food. No glass containers. We need chicken, boxed chicken, tuna, hamburger helper. We need chef staples like cold cereal, instant oatmeal, peanut butter, jelly, mashed potatoes, even nutritional drinks like Ensure. We are asking people to start collecting those items now, and then on July 17th, which is a Monday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., we will be prepared to receive your donations on the Caring Place campus, 130 Wildwood. And the reason we want to do it this way, we want to thank everybody. Dr. Randy Howard would be in the parking lot, and we're going to thank people who dropped their stuff off, as well as we're going to have a remote from 104.1 Mix is going to be there, and from 11 to 1, and we will put you on live on the radio. So we just wanted to create this event. Our donations slow down in the summer. However, on average, we serve over 1,000 people a month with food, and that doesn't slow down because it's summer and vacation. So the need is still there, and this is a great community, and it always support us in everything that we do. So that's why we thought, you know what, let's have a summer community food drive. So that's it. God bless. Thank you for joining us. What does the face of need look like? In so many ways, it looks like you and me. The Care and Place mission is to model the love of Christ by addressing basic spiritual, physical, and social needs of people in Bradley County, Tennessee. And the most important gift we distribute is love. Won't you help us to help our neighbors? Pray, give, volunteer.